5 top-rated attractions to visit in Santorini, Greece. Santorini is a Greek paradise that attracts newlyweds and couples from around the globe to witness its famed sunsets, swim in hot springs, savor its cuisine, and indulge in luxurious resorts. The whitewashed settlements of Fur and Oia are the island's most alluring destinations, while small villages cling to the cliff tops for quieter and more relaxed settings. The island is also home to ancient archaeological sites and museums that are worth exploring. For ideas on how to spend your time, see our list of the top tourist attractions in Santorini. But before we move on with the list, support the channel by liking this video and subscribing to this channel for future updates. Number 5. Red Beach. Nearby the Akrotiri site, you will find a famous red beach below a spectacular red cliff wall. The beach is accessible along a path from the town of Akrotiri. You can also take a bus from Fira or drive and park nearby before venturing down a rocky path to reach the beach. The beach is also accessible by boat from Akrotiri, Kamari, and Parissa ports. The small beach gets crowded during the summer, so be sure to get there early to snag a prime spot for great contrasting views of the red rocks against the aquamarine water. Also note that the beach is prone to landslides and sections have been roped off from visitors. Number 4. Akrotiri Archaeological Site. Near the village of modern Akrotiri, 12 kilometers southwest of Fur, the ancient Minoan settlement of Akrotiri was buried below lava following the 16th century BC volcanic explosion that created the caldera. At the Akrotiri Archaeological Site, visitors can walk on pathways through the debris of the town to see the remains of the clay buildings of this once thriving town. It is so well preserved that it's often compared to Pompeii. The site has remnants of multi-level buildings, pottery, and drainage systems, proving that Santorini was a flourishing and prosperous island before the eruption and probably lived from shipping and trading. Santorini's connections with North Africa can be deduced from the outstanding frescoes, most of which are now in the National Archaeological Museum in Athens that decorated its houses. The site of the Akrotiri ruins reopened to the public in 2012, following several years of closure. Number 3. Caldera. Formed by the massive volcanic explosion that blew the center out of the island some 3,600 years ago, the caldera is the sea-filled volcanic crater that remained. Measuring 12 kilometers by 7 kilometers, it is still home to volcanic activity. In its center rise the 2 Kaimeni islets with hot springs and gas emissions. Various agencies offer one-day excursions of the caldera by boat, including time to bathe in the hot springs and then have lunch on Tharasha, a tiny island on the west side of the caldera, affording amazing views back to Santorini across the water. Number 2. Oia. Oia is known for its famed sunsets that attract tourists from around the world. Located on the northern tip of Santorini, 12 kilometers up the coast from Fur, Oia is a picture-perfect village of whitewashed houses, several of which have been converted into chic little boutique hotels with infinity pools overlooking the caldera. Like Fur, it lives from tourism but caters to a more upmarket clientele. From Emoti Bay, steep paths zigzag up to the town where you'll find a row of waterfront seafood eateries, many with alfresco dining. Oia can be reached by local KTEL bus or by walking the trail along the cliffs high above the caldera. Number 1. Fur. The capital of Santorini, Fur is made up of whitewashed cubic houses and terraces, winding lanes, little squares, and blue-domed churches perched on the cliffs 300 meters above the caldera. From the small port of Scala, Fur can be reached either by walking or riding. Mules are for hire, up the steep and winding step path, 587 steps, or by taking the cable car. It can also be reached from neighboring towns via the Fara to Oia scenic trail that takes you along the caldera cliff. Ferries dock at the port of Athenios, connected to Fur by road, while cruise ships put down anchor in the caldera and passengers are transported to Scala by tender. Fur lives principally from tourism, and many of its buildings now serve as small hotels, apartments, restaurants, cafes, souvenir shops, and jewelers. That's it from this video. Let us know what you think about this video in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and also subscribe to our channel. Thank you.